Hi, I am back again. Hello, hello, hello. Good day, good day, good day, good day. How has it been? Hopefully, it's gone well. It was a long day for me. As a working parent, there are some days that are long. I'm sure most working moms or dads would understand what I'm about to say next. There's just sometimes that you just wish to work, like you wish that there's something you can do to kind of like replace your job, because sometimes work can be very intense. And I don't know what your profession is, but I know that there are days that are quite intense. You feel like, oh my gosh, how has the day gone? Like you're literally sitting down and you're thinking to yourself, oh, the work doesn't end, it doesn't finish. What do I do? Today was one of those days for me, because I had so many things outlined to do and my brain was racing. Okay, which one should I treat first? Which one should I do first? Which one, that's how my brain works, unfortunately. So I almost sometimes have to kind of like pace myself and um yeah, just kind of like pause. I stop, I take a breather or I take a short break. I look at priorities. I decide which one is more important. If this is more important, I deal with it. If it is something that I'm working on that is more important, I kind of like prioritize that one. Oh, okay. Suddenly disappeared. I've never seen that happen before. Did you see me? Anyway, yeah, this is the internet and the beauty of the internet. So, dear working mom, dear working dad, perhaps your day has been like mine. Do not despair. I bring you good tidings. Today was also the first day my daughter participated in an event at school on a bigger level. So they had to take them to a place where they had like a competition. They call it cross country, where they run. You can guess what I'm about to say next. I couldn't attend because of work. And the trend has been so for years now. And it's not that my job does not afford me, give me some time sometimes, but you just suddenly realize that you literally have like maybe 18 years or 19 years, depending on when your child was born, to spend time with them, bond with them, and you just want to be a part of everything as much as you can. You take some, you don't do some, and that's as good as it gets. You couldn't really possibly do more than that. Yeah. Same thing with my son. I could not recall, like when he was in primary school, I cannot recall going for these sport events. And it's painful as I say it, because I'd like to, but I just don't have the time. And I know I speak for many of you out there. You just don't have the time because of work commitment, mainly. It's mainly work. If work wasn't in the picture, I'm sure that we can prioritize the kids, and their events over any other thing else, right? But work commitment doesn't allow us to be completely present. There are some we can go, for example, I never miss their parents' evening. Thankfully, it's always some late hour work, but I try not to miss the parents' evening. I try to kind of like take some time to attend some of the events when they were younger, like reception. We would call it key stage one, because that's when they are forming. It's always quite sad when your child is alone, like when other parents go for their children's event and your child is there performing, and then she's stretching or he's stretching her eyes, trying to look for you and just cannot see you. It's kind of heartbreaking. So I do kind of like make I did make an effort to attend for them when they were younger, but as they're growing older, you know, of course, you are getting more senior at work, and your time is taken away from you. You don't have the time to really be present for everything that they are asking of you. And that's the situation with many of us today. The situation with many of us today. I'm a working mom, and I really, 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 really do know that it is difficult. Right. So that is even not what I'm supposed to be talking about today, but I just felt that I needed to say this first as a preamble because I need you to understand that I know what you're going through. I understand your pains. I understand as a parent how difficult, how we need to make difficult choices, on what to do. Sorry, I'm just trying to share this to my other pages. Make the choice between um the choice between making difficult choices. Should I take some time off work or should I go to the school? And it's not even helpful that we have a very limited amount of annual leave. We always try to kind of like use for the children's holidays. So you see that our lives are very busy as parents, especially working parents. And my conversation today is actually focused on working parents. So you'll be managing your holidays. Like I literally have to kind of like spread my annual leave over the year to make sure that for each of the breaks that the kids have, I have 1 or 2 days. It's a mental gymnastics having to do all of that. I kid you not, the gymnastics is crazy. And that that was my life. Plus so many other things going on. You just want to be there for your children. You just want to be present because at the end of the day, your child is not going to remember how much you spent on them. At least I know for myself that I cannot even think about how much my father or my mom spent on me. It is about the memories. What memories did they create with me? That's what I try to figure out in my head. And that's what comes to mind as they grow older. They begin to, what memories did you create with your children? Did you spend time with them? Because that's what they will think about when they're adults. Were you present at their school? Were you always there when they want to talk to you? Were you present? Like it's not just present physically in the room. Like were you actually present to your child? Me, I know I'm guilty of that. Were you actually present listening to your child when they're seeking for your attention? Oh, mommy. And you might be doing something and your daughter or your son will come to you and say, mommy, and be like, hold on, I'm coming. Even though you're in the house, are you really present? So these are the challenges that we face as working parents. I know for myself that that's what I face, or that's what I've been facing a long time now. And that was why I decided that, you know what? Enough is enough. There has to be a way out of this whole around. There just has to be a way around it. Is there no way that I can make income and whilst making an income, I'm present, like fully present with my children's life and creating those lasting memories? That's what led me to this business that I run now. And I'm honestly telling you that it's no joke when I say it's a game changer. I don't make a mistake. I'm not making a joke. I'm honestly not telling you a joke when I say this business is a game changer. So I'm sure if you follow my pages, you would have seen several short videos, several posts just talking about the benefits of having your own business and also encouraging you to come in and have a look at the business. But the topic I want to address a couple of days, I got lots of inquiries. And the singular question I got asked that is recurrent is, why do I have to watch the webinar? Like, and honestly, the question beats me because I don't understand why not. Oh, it's too long. Like, really? I want to just talk to you today about why you should watch the webinar. First and foremost, knowledge, they say, is power. Lost if you dedicate time to watch the webinar, because there's a lot of things you can get from it. You see, there's a lot of things you can get from that webinar. Not only that, you wouldn't go to an exam hall without preparing for the exam when you know that your life depends on passing that paper. I know I've written a lot of exams in my life, and I know that for every exam I've written, I've actually prepared. And when I mean prepared, I've read books from lecturers' books, notes, I've read recommended textbooks, I've had group study with my classmates, I've had, oh God, personal study time. There were so many things I had done before I felt ready for that exam. And that is just exactly the way it is with running a business or this business. It doesn't matter whether it is online business. It doesn't matter whether it is any other business. You don't go in with your eyes closed. No. You'll find out more about it. You go there with knowledge. You go there knowing what you're going into. Now, you don't need to know 100%, but at least you know the basics. Right? You have an understanding. So when you are asking me to tell you what is in the webinar, like what's the end, what's the aim, how does that empower you to make a decision that is best for you, right? Because you alone know yourself better than I do. I don't even know who I am, not to talk of you, and I'll tell you what it is. And remember that what I'm saying to you will be second level information, because it is my own interpretation of that information. You may watch it and have a different interpretation of the information. So we encourage you to watch that webinar because it helps you, it empowers you. It is empowering, it is all empowering. And it's not just the webinar. For you to be able to start this business, we have a step-by-step process which you should follow. And all of that process is to give you the power. It's empowering you to make a decision that you think is best for yourself and your family. I cannot make that decision for you. I can't. I don't even have I can't, because your family dynamics will be different, your personal circumstances will be different, your goals is different from mine, your aspirations is different from mine, everything is different. So why will you not just make out time out of your tight schedule because you are wanting change? You want to do something different. Why wouldn't you watch the webinar? Why not? That's one. Number two, what that webinar also includes are real life testimonies. Like, God, you want to hear from other people. Don't just hear everything from me, because I'm not the only one in this business. There are many of us. So you want to listen and hear from other people, right? You want to hear what their experience has been, right? And that is also very important. It's almost like when you go to shop, you read reviews online, right? You read reviews. Some of you read reviews. Some people don't, but most people tend to read reviews because it's very important. It is the difference between gaining or losing a customer. If you see a product that has a 2.5 review, you will read all the reviews and decide, oh, maybe I should buy it or maybe I shouldn't. If you see 1 star, you'll be like, no, this is a bad one. You already know it's a bad review. There's no point in you investing your money in it and buying the same product, right? So it's always good for you to hear from other people as well. And that's what the webinar does. And not just that, the video or the intro video or even the first video, because there are actually a couple of videos that you have to watch. And the reason they are in videos is simple. We say we are digital, we say we are online. Exactly. So everything should be online, should be flexible enough for you to watch at your own time. If I were to say, okay, I'm going to create presentation, come and meet me at somewhere in one hotel at 4 p.m. You will hear people telling me, 4 p.m. is not going to work for me, or oh, maybe 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. is. You see people saying all sorts of time, and that's where there's a problem. But when you have everything in video format online, if you are available at 4 p.m., you can watch it at 4 p.m. If the next person is available at 8 p.m., they can watch it at 8 p.m. If the other person is available midnight, they can watch it at midnight. And that is the flexibility that comes with running an online business, right? So that's why you have to watch the webinar. Number one, it empowers you. Number two, you hear reviews, you hear from other people that have done the business. Like I said, to an exam hall without preparing for your exam. Number two, if you were to go and sorry, if you were to go, if you were to have a traditional business, let's assume now that you were to have a traditional business, there are processes involved, right? You don't just, people don't like the people give you resources. Someone comes to you with a business plan. Of course, that is the outlining what the business is all about, how they intend to make money, how many years will you make losses, what is the projected, all of those things, what is the projected profit and the loss and all of that thing that goes in with the business plan, right? Read it though. Somebody is coming to you to invest your money in a business. They are just going to say, okay, tell me what it is. Then they will tell you what it is, and then you will be like, okay, that's fine. Really? No, that's not smart. You would want to read the business plan. You would want to cast your eye on it because you're a smart investor. Yes, you're a smart investor. So you would want to cast your eye on it. You would read it. You would digest it. If you are confused, you would ask questions. I'm not sure I follow what you wrote in this part. Can you explain it to me? Before you decide whether you're going to invest your money, I can't just come and tell you, I want to start a business. Can you give me £5 million? And you just count £5 million and give it to me. Even if you're a billionaire, even if you're a billionaire, even if you're Elon Musk, you will not give me £5 million without working out what I'm doing with your money. You wouldn't. So the webinar or the first videos plus other videos are the business plans, are the things you need to watch. It's watching, but in reality, you probably would be reading a business plan on paper. But for the purposes of this business, you watch these videos because it is the business plan, it is the business strategy, it is everything you need to know to be able to decide whether it is worth you investing your time and effort in or not. So, why are you asking me to tell you what's in the webinar or why you don't want to watch the webinar? Doesn't make any sense. You have to watch the webinar. It's part of the process. If you plan to be a business owner or you plan to be an investor, you need to understand where you're putting your money is and decide if it is for you or not. And that's just as simple as it gets. So I'm encouraging you today, please, for anyone that will catch this replay, let me know where you're watching from. Secondly, if you are interested in finding out more about an online business, because I know you there watching me, working parents, I can see you. I see you. I feel your pain. I genuinely feel your pain because I am a working mom and I know how hard it is for me. I know how difficult it is for me. But what I know is that I made a decision that is going to take me out of this whole pain of not being present for my children, of not being there for them. I can't even go to my son's school for his events because, it's really sad, but it's the reality. I have to earn some money. But I'm on the path to changing all of that. And I implore you to come in and have a look at what we do. It might just be what you are after. It might just be what you are after. So, conscious of time, it's 9. If you catch the replay, Let me know where you're watching from. If you're interested, my name is on the website. Sorry, my website is there. I have a WhatsApp. You can find it on my page. My website is there. You can register with your name and your email address. And please just follow the steps. Don't try to skip steps. Don't. You need to empower yourself to be able to make an informed decision for yourself. And the only way to do that is following the step-by-step process that we always outline. Right? So I just want to say thank you to the one person that is watching me, or two people, or the few people that are watching me right now. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your engagement. And should have made a comment, Thank you for joining. I appreciate your engagement. Let us know where you are watching from. Yes, let us know where you are watching from whenever you watch the replay. I find that many people don't come when I'm actually live, but what happens is that after now, many people watch what I've said, and I hope that it inspires one to take a step towards changing the whole narrative, because honestly, I am tired of being tired. The other day I was talking to her and she said, "Oh, Lillian, I thought that with the change of job I would have," but no, it's not the way, it's not like that. I'm like, welcome to the world of tax man or whatever, shrinking the income. Even though the salary looks big, the income is not, it's not a lot. By the time they take tax, it's not a lot. But anyway, and then on top of that, she has to go into London 3 times a week. She hardly sees her children. Oh God. Honestly, guys, there is a way out of this. There is a way. I just can't. I'm just tired of missing out on my children. I'm tired of not being there fully. There's a difference between being there and being there fully. So I'm literally sitting down here right now. But if my child was to come into me, I probably would tell her to leave me because I'm busy. Do you understand? And that's because my whole day I've been working, and this is the time that I have to do any other thing else that I want to do. So I don't even have time for myself. Ah, God. I don't know who invented 9 to 5, but I always joke with my friends that the person must be it's a scam. 9 to 5. Jesus. Anyway, I know that I'm going to change this narrative for myself, and I'm encouraging you to come in and try and see for yourself, to see if this is what might be the difference between you continuing your 9 to 5 job or you being a present, relaxed mom and dad. Yeah. So it's good night from me. Watch that webinar. If you register, please watch the webinar. You are very smart and you know what's best for you. So follow the process, watch the webinar, empower yourself, gather information. That's what everyone does. All right. I hope you all have a good evening, and thank you very much for your time. I will speak to you again tomorrow. Rest well. Bye-bye.